Hmm.
Okay. So regardless of what happened last session, um, I'll imagine we'll come back to what happened, but we can say that this happens. I imagine there'll be a gap between where where I take over and where Pete leaves off. And for all intents and purposes, we can say that this what happens now happens like during that time period, if you want, just for the
Okay.
sake of I guess continuity and like chronology, because we ended the last session in a fucking tomb in the middle of a fucking forest thing. Um, hi, what's that?
You have the door closed.
Yeah, because he was being an asshole.
Isn't that being nice?
Okay,
He's been sleeping.
sure.
He's sorry.
Okay. um, yeah. So you guys get to a well, you're traveling on a long road. Um, and eventually, after a few days or whatever, you guys get to a town. Town is an unknown name at the moment. I'll decide on a name as we play. Um, but as you get to the town, you're probably quite tired. Probably going to look for some kind of downtime, either a drink or a rest or a meal. Um, and the town is fairly small. Imagine like if you've ever been to Godston, imagine a Godston sized town where you've got like a cute little green. There's like maybe a bazaar with some markets, and it's probably mid afternoon. um, you see the town is mainly consisting of
Yeah.
humans. There are other races around as well, but it's a mainly human town. Um, so yeah, like, what do you guys want to do as you get to this town? Anything in particular? Do you want to go shopping? Do you want to get food? Do you want to go to the pub? What's the carrot?
Liz not really interested in going to the pub, to be honest with you. Not at this present moment, anyway. Um, I was just trying, just, I don't know, speak to some friendly looking town folk and see where the fuck we are, or like kind of what's going on.
Okay.
Hang,
Any?
hang on, hang on, Galia. Hang on. If you want to speak to some friendly townsfolk, surely we should go to the pub.
Talk to the belligerent drunks. No, thank you.
Oh, it's like
Rather
what
go
is
to
it?
a monastery.
Is it like the afternoon? Like is it like?
Yeah, dude, I'd say it's like
Would you say like?
two, three-ish, four-ish, something like that. Like mid-afternoon.
Who are you going to meet in the pub at 2, 3 in the afternoon? Huh?
Only the
Oh,
best
you
people.
can meet all sorts of characters having lunch and a pint of ale at the tavern. You want to catch the flavour of the city? I'll find the tavern's the only place in the city that I really like, to be honest.
Okay,
I
well, I'll
mean,
go with the flow. If you're that desperate to go for a drink, and we can do that.
I just as a man of like the open plains under the sky, cities aren't really my forte. I don't know about yourself, but how much time have you spent in human cities? I find the most comfortable place is at the tavern. I'm not desperate, but that's my reasoning.
Right, let's go get
Oh,
an ale then.
let's get an hour, just an hour, and we'll sit down, we'll talk, and we'll figure out what we're gonna
Well,
do.
I'm poor as fuck, though. I mean, I literally don't have money.
Oh, I'm
I was
sure we'll
hoping one of
find
you
her.
patches.
Okay, so
Actually,
oh,
good point. So, Rob, sorry, Dave. I have no money.
is that intentional or have you just not updated
I
your
mean,
character sheet? Because I did notice that when I was doing it, but I felt like that was a
well,
mistake. Also,
Well, we haven't spent money at any point, so if there was any sort of starting money that I've forgotten to add,
I don't. To
which
be fair, I
I
don't
feel
remember
like I
going
have.
through starting money with Pete. I feel like we just sort of bowled over that. Also,
True.
can you check your spells? Because I haven't actually checked what a wizard gets, but it does look like you have a lot less spells than I'd assume you'd have. And I copied your character sheet from the main game.
Oh, dude. Uh, hang on. I don't have any of my level 2 spells.
Let me open the main game because Because yeah, literally, I just copied and pasted. Well, copy and pasted. That is a massive understatement for what I did. I painlessly added everything individually, but copied your character
Oh,
sheets from the other game. Not gonna Teclis. Character sheet spells. Yeah, apparently according to this, you don't have any over 2 spells, which I thought was weird.
I definitely. Really?
Yeah.
No, I should have Misty Step and fucking Mirror Image as a second level spell, and I've like
Oh,
put
you
that in the chat.
do have, but they didn't have a name. Interesting. That's weird.
Oh, I think I was just like sort of copy and pasting them in. Sometimes it didn't format up very well.
Okay, I can add these
Like
in.
so when you put it in the chat, like you get all the spell description, but it's not like formatted nice.
Sorry, I can do this. The first one is mirror image, isn't it? Mirror image.
Yeah.
Okay. Whilst I do this, you guys have the option of going to a few different pubs.
Cheapest pub, please.
Hold on, Rob. There's names. Okay. You have the option of the Mouldy Eye. You have the
It's cheap.
the Port Crevice, or you have the Salty Tusk.
Anything jump out to you there?
I mean, the Mouldy Eye sounds cheap, right?
Does
I have
sound
5
like
gold.
you.
You have 0 gold, so like, I feel like we need to take pricing into consideration because I'm not going to go to a pub and not get a pint of dwarf nail.
Cabot.
Perhaps we could hustle a drink.
Oh, dude, this town is definitely up for gambling or wagers, even small light-hearted competition. As you were walking through the town, you did notice some sort of some games going on, similar to those in RuneScape, Rob, where someone would magically plant some flowers and you'd have to guess what color they were.
Nice. Flower game.
The flower game. So you do know just from sort of the hustle and bustle that that you could probably swindle a drink if you were to win a wager against someone.
Okay. Well, let's go to the Mouldy Eye and see if we can't swindle a drink. Mouldy Eye sounds like the type of place where you can swindle a drink.
Definitely.
Okay. Oh no. You decide to go to the Mouldy Eye. There we go. Could you please? Oh, I've moved the map by accident. Could you please place yourselves by the front door, which is, if you can see my pings, where I'm pinging.
Mm-hmm.
Whilst I do this last thing for Patrick. As you enter, you notice the pub is quite big, and strangely, despite a big human presence within the city itself, this tavern or bar, the what do I call it? The Mouldy Eye.
Eye.
Sorry, has a strong dwarven presence. There are 4 dwarves. There's one at each table. You can see here. But there are no humans in sight, which is yeah, kind of odd.
Run by me.
What'd you do?
Well, I'll definitely go and gamble with a dwarf to try and get a drink out of it. I mean, I'm going to choose. I mean, any preference? Take this.
I think that's to not make it look weird. Just go straight ahead.
Yeah. Just go for the geezer right ahead of us.
If we like beeline for someone on the other side of the room, it's going to look weird. It's just stroll up to the first guy we see.
Alright,
Yeah, fair enough.
Teclis, not Teclis. Yeah, Teclis, you should have Misty Step and Mirror Image now.
Thank you.
Do you say anything as you approach, or do you just sort of like sit down and start chatting?
Yeah, I'll grunt in a famously dwarven greeting.
Ah.
Oh,
Sister, hello. How may I help you?
well, me and my comrade here have been travelling. Quite weary. I'm a healer. Thirsty work. And you
Yeah.
look like the kind of dwarf who would enjoy, a little cheeky wager against a drink or two for me and my compadre here.
Interesting. Interesting. What kind of game would you like to play?
I'll let that be up to yourself.
The dwarf sort of looks around, looks at Teclis and says, "Are you participating as well? Is this a three-way game?"
I would love to, and actually, I have an idea for a game.
Oh, I'm up for any game. What game do you have in mind?
I have 5 iron dice here in this explorer's pack.
Ho, ho, ho.
just explaining where I'm pulling that. I'm not making like it's a thing. Yeah, I have 5 iron dice here, and I'm saying, how about a game of pirate dice?
A game of pirate dice, you say? I'm always up for
Mm-hmm.
a game of pirate dice. I do have to remind myself of the rules of pirate dice.
It's the one. Well, I'm sure there's a bunch of different games called pirate dice. The game I'm thinking of is, when you take 5 dice,
Yeah.
and you roll it, and you have to get like a 2 and a 4, and then you want so you have to you roll 5 dice, then you have to pick one, right? And basically you need to have a 2 and a 4 for the score of the other dice to count, right? So you want to roll 5 dice and get a 2 and a 4 and then 3 sixes, and that would be a perfect win straight away, right? Do you remember that game?
Yeah,
We used to
I
play it at
remember.
Magic tournaments all the time.
Oh, dude, I never remember playing that at Magic
You
tournament.
remember? Do you not remember that? We'd sit there fucking waiting for the round to be fucking called and just be rolling dice and playing pirate dice. I'm sure we've done that together, because that used to be a whole thing at Magic tournaments.
Dude, I
Sit down and start fucking around with the dice.
may well have played that, but I haven't played Magic in a very long time. So.
Does it make sense to everyone though? It's
Well,
pretty
yeah.
simple,
So
right?
you need to get a 2 and a 4 out of your 5 die, and then once
Yep.
you get those, they count the rest of
So
the
then you-
score, and then it's the highest 3.
But you have and you have to take a dice every time. So you roll 5 dice,
Yeah.
then 4 dice, 3, 2, 1, and then at the end of it, you need to have a 4 and a 2. Otherwise, you just lose.
Yeah.
And then it's the best score you can make out of the rest of the dice you rolled.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean there'll be no secrecy in this because we'll all be rolling, just rolling.
I feel like it'd be pretty easy and quick to do. Although everyone would need to have a fucking way to track what dice they pick. I'm just going to use literally my fucking calculator and just put in.
Yeah, so open a notepad or some shit, and I just do it one at a time as well. Because if we all just start rolling all over the place, it's going to be mental.
I can do a
Yeah,
sticky note.
everyone do their 5, everyone do their 4, everyone do their 3, like that. It should be easy, right?
Teclis. And then we need a Galir.
Right first.
And then we need Unknown Dwarf.
Oh yeah, let me ask him his name, brethren. What should I call you?
I go by Harold.
Harold. Not a famously dwarven name, that Harold, but
I'm not a famously dwarven man.
you're a dwarf.
Yep. And my name is Harold.
Okay. Must be some kind of peasant. I think that a bit to myself.
Well, Harold, are you interested in making our game of iron dice? A wager? You're happy to wager a drink on this? Just to be clear.
Yeah, I'm more than happy to wager a drink on this. Let's say,
If you,
should we say the loser buys the others a drink, or the winner gets a drink from both the losers?
I would say, if
He's
me
advised
and
not to
my
drink.
yeah, if we win, you buy us a drink. But if you win, we'll buy you 2 drinks.
Ah, so you're saying if either of you win, I then buy you both a drink.
Yes, but if you win, you get 2 drinks.
Make that if I win, I get 3 drinks, and you're in.
It's a deal.
Perfect. The dwarf
That's
takes a hearty gulp of his what you assume is the finest dwarven ale the bar offers, and he goes,
Ooh.
"Let's get down to business. Who's going first?"
Sort it out. Thank you for
Uh,
saying
I think you
Appreciate
should. We've suggested the game. It would only be fair for you to take the first roll.
Fair
So
enough.
don't put it on the tape the thingy.
Oh.
Oh, I said if you got something to put it on.
Oh, I thought you meant like that.
Right, so
Then no.
the first dice
Thank you.
he will keep is that 4. So do you do it in like I do a roll, then you do a roll, then Rob does a roll, and then you go around like that, or do you just do all your turn and then?
Thank you.
Yeah, go round like that. Like, so I'll do my roll now.
Dude, this wine is going down a
Oh.
fucking treat.
I'll also take a 4,
I'll note that down.
and Rob goes. I'm noting down mine.
For the viewers,
Don't
I'm
worry, I'm
noting
just going
down
to-
everyone's.
4 and a 2.
Can you keep more than one? Genuine question, I don't know.
Yes, shit. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. That is actually enough. You can keep more than one.
Right, okay.
You can keep- you can keep
as
it-
well. That's pretty beast.
You can keep as many as you like.
Oh well, I didn't know that, but you know Harold is a seasoned veteran, and I'm sure more 6s will come up.
Yeah,
Tech-
no,
Tech
I
ticks him up to
forgot that.
take the 2 and the 6, and
I could have had a 4, a 2, and a 6 off of my first roll.
yeah, you could have. Right, so now you roll like however many less that you kept, right? So I'll be rolling 4 dice.
Yeah.
Correct.
Mhm.
Sweet. Ooh, he's gonna keep that 2. And
Juicy.
he's gonna roll the dice on the rest of them.
So because I kept 2 dice.
Oof.
Ooh.
It's not ideal.
We've got to keep a 4. Mm.
It's double 4 in it.
Yeah, it's tough. That's tough. So you just roll 3.
Right, yeah, cool. I'm with you.
Oh, it's landed on a 4 as well.
Oh,
You're going to have to keep it, though.
Yeah, you have to.
goes round to Harold. Harold is now rolling his 3d6. Oh, he's got to keep those 2 6s.
Oh.
Jesus Christ.
Guys, it looks like you've been swindled.
Yeah, Jesus. Oh no.
He's
We
got
tried
one
to do the
dice roll
swindling.
left. Goes to Tech.
Oh god. Right, I've got 2 4s currently,
4 and a 4.
so we are playing to draw.
Oh,
Oh, it's gone badly. It's not gone great. A 5 is actually the only worst roll there. Oh no, there's worse rolls there, but that's peak. It's useless. That's shit. Okay, it's all on you now. Clear.
what are you keeping though? What are you keeping? You got to keep something.
Oh, sorry. I'm keeping the 5.
Keeping the 5. Okay, good there.
Mhm.
Oh, it's a 1 and a 5. I'm assuming it's
Keeping
the
the 5,
5.
though.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Goes to Harold's last roll. I fear the boys are praying it's at least a 1. Oh, it's another 6.
No.
Unbelievable. He's
Oh, he's perfect with it. He's literally perfect with it.
Harold, upon revealing the last 6, he sits back in his chair, puts his hand behind his head, says, "Well, guess you owe me 3 drinks, boys."
Double or nothing?
Yeah, double or nothing is what I'm saying.
Harold goes, I will double or nothing. However, you have to at least buy me one drink for this win.
Okay,
Yeah, that's fine, Gilead, right? Right?
that's fair. I will head over here. Oh wait, we're drinking Dwarven Ale.
Yeah, the finest dwarven ale, known as the Rock's Bottom.
I'll keep one Rock's Bottom, please.
That'll be 50 million. No, that'll be one silver piece. We're having a happy hour at the moment.
All I have is one gold piece. So, do you have change?
He does, yeah. So you now have 9 silver pieces. Do you only have one gold piece? What the fuck? Where is all the gold in this game? I thought you had more.
No, I mean I have 5 gold pieces, but I don't have like silvers or coppers or anything.
Oh, sure. I mean, even 5 gold. That's
A month.
dude.
We used to walk around with like 8k gold.
In
in
it,
our
that's what I
pockets.
mean. I've got that in my head that we had loads of
Literally,
gold.
Gold was like kind of never even a problem. It was so
Okay.
good. And now we're so poor.
Maybe I'm gonna throw you guys some gold this session.
No, dude, it's fine. It's fine. I'm liking it. It's fucking.
No, Paddy, not a
There's
lot of
really
gold. Don't
high
get me wrong.
stakes over.
Not a lot of gold, but maybe something so you can at least like buy some supplies when you need them.
Okay, yeah.
Like,
I'm
I'm not gonna
5 gold
break the
pieces,
bank,
wouldn't
but I'll chuck you like some. Well, I won't chuck you. If you find some stuff, I'll give you some stuff.
Because I know what will happen. We'll go to a session and Pete will be like, "So you need to buy some health pots and stuff." That'll be 100 gold for a health pot. I have 5 gold.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Harold goes. I went first last time. He's gonna look at tech list and be like, I'd like you to go first. And he'll turn to.
Thank you very much, Harold.
He'll turn to Galir and say, "Thank you for the pint." And he'll have a bit of a victory sip.
As we're sort of rolling. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I'm just gonna keep.
That's a nuts roll. That is a nuts roll.
that is a nuts roll,
I'm assuming
right?
you're keeping that 4, 2, 6, and 6.
Yeah, no, I am. Yeah.
100%.
Oh, dude. Harold. You see Harold visibly like sit forward in his chair and go, interesting.
A gamer for sure.
Oh, it's your roll, fellas.
Harold
Fellas,
turned
what
to
the fuck?
Galir and I believe you mean ladies. And men. I am a man.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, you watch your
No
fucking
offense, but
gender.
it can be easy to forget.
Oh god.
Wow.
I'll keep
Around
the
you
5.
guys.
Keeps the 5. Harold will step up to the plate. Be like, come on, baby, don't let me down.
They could not be 2 more opposite rolls right next to.
Oh Jesus.
That's
Oh,
interesting.
Dave. That is an interest. We got in all ends of the spectrum from like insane dog shit and like really interesting rolls. Like,
Harold,
that's low-key good.
Harold is gonna keep the 2 6s. And he's gonna be like, I can't let you have 2 6s and me not have 2 6s. So I've got to go for the 2 6s.
I mean, if I hadn't got that insane roll, I would have disagreed with what you're doing right now. But you've got to play to your outs. You got to get lucky. Like you got to play to your out. I'm loving it. I'll roll my 1 dice.
Not bad.
Now the question is, do you have to keep that or can you roll again?
No, you have to keep. You have to keep a dice every time the dice roll.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, you can keep. Yeah, keep more than 1. You can never keep 0 dice.
I'm gonna keep 6.
There's a good Harold. What was his 3 die? Oh, there's a 4 there. He's very thankful to see that 4. Texas is finished, so it is just between
I'm done.
Galir and Harold.
I'm on 17. I've got my qualifier.
Oh, dude!
What are your other numbers?
I need a 2 though.
He's
I've
got a 5
and
and a 6 so far. He needs that
Oh.
4, so he's definitely keeping that 4. But does he just have to keep the not keep the 2 sixes just so he can get a 2? Oh god,
That's
the
the,
No,
luck.
no,
it's,
you get one chance to roll a 2.
but then you need to, you need to roll. Ah,
So I
you
get
need
3
to keep the
chances on the
4.
2 if I don't take this. If I only take the 4. If I take a 4 and a 6, then I only have 1 dice to roll a 2. Otherwise, my score doesn't count.
Yeah, you got to just keep the 4.
I'll just keep the 4, haven't I? And go to 2d6. Yeah.
Wow,
So now you got 4, 5, 6, right?
this is tense.
Yeah. 4, 5, 6.
Oof, tense.
Harold rolls the dice in his hands. He blows on them for good luck, and he goes, "Come on, baby, don't let me down." Oh, it's not good. It's not good. Harold
It's not
slams
great.
his fist on the table. The drink he has visibly jumps up a bit and it spills some on the table. He goes, "Sorry, I'm not a good loser." As he keeps the 4. He knows he's lost, but he can at least secure second place. Galir.
Valir's going to look to the skies and give a wink to her god as she going to roll her 2d6 for a 2.
Oh,
Okay. Okay, it's the 4. I'm keeping the 4. I'm keeping the
keeps
4,
the
baby.
4. Harold hopefully gets the 2 here. Oh no!
No!
Oh no! 2 losers, but Teclis is the winner. Harold looks disheartened. He's like, "My wife does tell me to stop gambling. I'll go get your boys your drinks. What would you like?"
I'll have a tall. Have they got spirits here? I presume.
Yeah, it is a, as you can see, it's quite a large bar. So imagine they have whatever you'd really want. They might not have the specific brand, but they will have the type of alcohol.
Well, I'd like a rum and juice, if I can.
The only juice they have is tomato juice. But they
Mm.
do have
That
rum.
is
Never been a Bloody Mary guy. I guess it's a pint for me then.
Would you like a pint of this finest dwarven ale, the Rock's Bottom?
Ah,
it is delicious.
I'll even let you try it. And
Seems to be the-
he rolls it over to just in front of where you're sitting.
uh, sure, okay. This is gonna pick up and take a sip from it, and he is gonna immediately and sort of like look up, kind of aghast that he's just accidentally spat this foul-tasting ale out of his mouth, and quickly prestidigitate the fucking spilt liquid away and stuff.
Love it.
Prestidigitate away the mess. Just like, oh, sorry about that. I really don't think that's for me. That tastes like it's been sitting at the bottom of a river for a year. Oh, something sweet for me if I can, even if it's like a limoncello or something. I'll take over. No offense, but that.
Harold heartily laughs. He's like, "Oh, oh." He turns to Teclis and goes, "Non-dwarven folk just don't understand, do they?"
Pesky elves.
Hey, I'm half an elf.
And half badass. Have you guys introduced yourselves? I don't think you have. You just asked his name, didn't you?
Yeah.
We'll go. Dwarven maiden. Would you like an ale?
No, I'll have a dwarven gin and tonic.
A dwarven gin and tonic. Okay.
Yep.
I'll see what the barman can muster up. And he walks over to the
Mountain
bar.
juniper berries, please.
He'll shout over, "Only the finest juniper berries for you." You notice this dwarven man over here is just singing to himself. A classic dwarven folk tale, of which no, I do not have prepared, so I will not be singing it. Um, there is a
You
there
done?
is there is a fire started over here. This dwarf
Right, Jesus,
man looks fair, quite content. He's just sitting on his own, as any sort of like farmer you'd imagine after a hard day's work would be doing. This guy here is just passed out. He's face down on the table. And after you sort of look around the room, Harold comes back over and he gives you the dwarven juniper and tonic to you, Galir, and Teclis. He has a very sweet looking drink. It looks orangey, sort of like imagine like a J2O would look like.
Cocktail.
Let me know what you think. And,
Has it got a straw?
oh yeah, dude, it's got a fucking crazy straw. It's got like an umbrella which is made out of as you can see, it's like a whittled stick and sort of like cured leaves. And yeah, the color, like I said, is sort of like that J2O orange and passion fruit kind of flavor. But it sort of looks like marbly around the inside with like a hint of red.
Delicious.
And Harold says, so, what are your names? I realised that you asked me mine, and I never told you. I never asked for yours.
Well, I'm Teclis. But I'll let my lady dwarven friend here introduce herself. Lady dwarven friend?
Playing hard to get, I see. Wow.
Yeah.
I assume Rob is preoccupied.
Sorry, Galir was just taking a deep sip of her mountain juniper and tonic drink, so she didn't hear you. But she just looks over toward the glass and registers what you said and just says, Galir.
Well,
So I'm just making a drink downstairs. I'll be back up.
No, that's fine, mate. That's fine. Well, Galir, take this. It was lovely to play games with you. Have you guys been to? I really need to think of a fucking town name. Have you guys been here before?
Not as such. And to be honest, me and Galir here haven't really been together places too many times before. To be honest, we're fairly new friends, but God, we really went through something back over by Westlake. I don't know if you know that area at all.
I know of it. I've never ventured that far, but I do know of it. Yes.
Well, let me just say, don't go too deep into the woods over there.
Why?
But there was some adventure to be had. But we faced trolls and werewolves, which, of course, we fought and conquered together as a team. There's some of us that they're not here right now, but we had a few compatriots extra. But the true horror in the woods, a great geist, is that the right word? Not geist. Geist? Yeah, a great spirit of the woods, an evil spirit, Dasmat. We were lucky that we curried his favour and were allowed sweet release. Many others have not been, and I would avoid it like the plague. But I tell you, we really did take down a couple of trolls in them woods. You would have loved to have been there and seen that, I bet. And I'm going to sort of slap him on the arm, like that old chum kind of way.
Harold loves like the laddie play, slap on the arm stuff, and he goes, "Ha ha! I love the sound of that story. Slaying trolls, you say? Gosh, that must have been hard work. I'm not a man of combat. I'm a man of peace. I work the fields here with my dwarven brethren," as he like gestures to the other people around the tables. We're not usually one for talking, but today seems like a day where only friendship and courtship is lighten our moods. And he takes a sip of his drink. He says there's been some bizarre goings on recently. And he sort of looks around, sort of left and right. And he says, Did you notice anything strange in the town?
I'm not so sure, to be honest. We've only just got here. Really, came straight to the tavern to quench our thirst and have a little fun.
Okay.
Look, what is it that's going on? Are we meant to have noticed something funny, Dave? And I've
No,
forgotten
no,
it.
no, 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 literally,
Okay.
don't. You haven't missed anything. Again, because I've forgotten how to DM. I've not actually asked you guys for many roles when I really should have been. But on that note, could I please have perception checks from both of you? As he is about to he's about to by the way, I'll give you both inspiration just for showing up before 7:30 because it was sort of a loose a loose start time and both of you were here before 7:30. So
Oh, dude. So I once again, let me just say I'm sorry. I fucked that up.
no, Paddy, it wasn't a solid starting time, so don't worry. I literally just sent you a nudge before 7:30 because 7:30 would have been like the cutoff.
Yeah.
Like, don't worry. Like I was supposed to send you guys like a pre-session sort of like flavor text thing, which I literally didn't have any time to get together today because work was manic. So yeah, but don't worry. Have your inspiration for being here before 7:30. I will also try and give
Thanks very
out
much,
inspiration for good role playing and playing. Right. So Rob's got a 7. And Patrick's got a 17. Okay. Techless. You
Yeah.
hear a commotion outside. You're not really sure what, but something odd is definitely going on. Harold hasn't noticed it, so he'll continue with his story. And he says, "Well, there used to be a wizard around these parts. But we've not seen him in a long time, and since then, a half orc has been sort of hanging about and causing a bit of a menace, and we've not seen him before. And he mainly keeps to himself, but he looks very very menacing, and the kind of guy that if you look the wrong way, you probably wouldn't live to look at anyone else again. And there's a big sort of you hear like crashing and people sort of like gasping and shocking outside. But Harold is happily just, on saying that, just sipping into his dwarven ale.
I was sort of gonna. As soon as there's a moment in him not talking, I'm gonna be like, "That's terrible, Harold. I think I can. Let me just hold that thought. I need to see if I'm having a moment of serendipity right now."
Good word.
And I'm gonna immediately fist up and light-footedly dash to the windows, like over here or something. Is there a window?
Yeah. These are windows. They are like openings. I wouldn't say there's glass.
Oh, shutters. Okay, yeah.
But yeah, like shutters.
I'm gonna fucking go look out the shutter, poke my head out there,
Okay,
see
so
what the fuck is going on.
So it's quite busy outside of the fucking. How have I forgotten the name of the bar? The Moldy Eye. Sorry.
Moldy Eye.
Let me Let me write this down. Moldy Eye. Cool. Right. It's quite busy outside the Moldy Eye. The Moldy Eye, if to put it into layman's terms, is sort of on like the main highway through Freyhill. I'm going to call the town Freyhill. I've decided. So as you can imagine, it gets quite a lot of foot traffic, usually around like the early evening sort of time. But obviously, as it's late afternoon, not many people are in there drinking apart from the trigger happy dwarves. And it almost seems as though like people are sort of like jumping out of the way or something, but you can't quite see what's going on. And as you, I assume as you turn around to sort of beckon over Galia and Harold, um, a sheep comes into the bar. Could I have a second perception check from you both, please?
Perception.
Really a 6. Fucking hell, I'm gonna use my inspiration to reroll.
I've
Well,
crit.
didn't need to do that, but I said it now anyway, so it's fine.
Okay. Oh, okay. You rolled your. Okay, your 11 wouldn't have been good enough anyway, Galia. But
Oh, okay.
but Techlish, you notice as soon as this sheep comes in, you notice, and because you're a wizard, you notice that he is holding a bit of parchment in his mouth, and because you're a wizard and because you crit, you know that that parchment is magical. The sheep immediately runs over to the barkeep, gets on the table, and is going absolutely crazy, bleating, going meh, 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 running up and down. When the barkeep just tries to shoo it away, he then shoots over to the guy singing in the corner, doing the same meh, 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 trying to throw the scroll almost at this dwarf. And he is just generally causing havoc. And then he catches your eye, Teclis. And he sprints on over to you. And he does the same. He's like, meh, meh, and he's gesturing for you, like he's trying to throw this scroll at your face.
Teclis will avoid the slimy, spitty mess of this fucking sheep coming over, but deftly take a snatch at the fucking parchment in its mouth and attempt to grab it.
Okay, as you grab it, what do you do with it?
I'm literally just trying to grab like one end of it to like pull it back away from the sheep.
Okay, as soon as you gesture to grab it, the sheep will sort of retract away from the scroll, look around sort of panicked, but he's not leaving. He's like sort of looking at you, almost like a dog would if you have food, or like a cat would if like, you know, you had food or something like that. Sort of like excitedly at the fact that you have this scroll. Okay.
Okay.
Meh.
I'm gonna open the scroll.
Okay. As soon as you open that scroll,
You die.
you notice that instead of the bleating, you hear talking. So essentially, you can speak with animals. Okay. He goes, friend,
Okay.
friend. It's dire. It's very dire. Jesus, I've been like this for 2 years now. I should not be like this. All I know is grass now. I used to know a lot more than grass, but now all I eat is grass, and all I shit is grass. And oh my goodness, this wool is so hot. I've never known anything like it. Oh goodness, who would be a sheep? Please tell me you understand me. I've been trying for years for someone to read this.
Teclis he can understand. He said, I can understand you. I just.
And he goes, thank the Lord, someone finally understands me. Mike, you would not believe the harshness that I've been through. My goodness, I used to be sitting on my throne and you know, having a grand old time, but now all I do is sit in fields and eat grass, and it's disgusting. Let me tell you, it is disgusting. I would never eat grass. Well, actually, I do fancy a bit right now, but oh, goodness.
Teclis is just going to burst out laughing, like completely, like so dumbfounded and shocked by what is going on right now that his first reaction is just to fucking like erupt in like fucking a full on like can't breathe laughter, you know? It's just like you're a fucking guy. You've been for 2 years, like, and struggling to breathe, and I'm like turn to Harold, and I'm like, how long's the wizard been missing?
And Harold says, about about 2 years. And Harold, from that reaction, you can probably tell that Harold can also understand sheep.
Like Teclis is like now he has sunk into his knees, clutching at the fucking parchment, just absolutely pissing himself. Just like they're getting bullied by an orc and their wizard's been a sheep for 2 years. I can't. This is too much. Do you want me to fucking turn you? Should we get you turned back into a wizard, or maybe we should shoot you?
The sheep
He's
looks,
actually
the sheep looks visibly like not angry, but like very upset and like very disheartened. And he's like taken a couple of steps back from you, Teclis. And he sort of like looks around, trying to catch eye contact with someone else that maybe understands him. And he sees you, Galir, and he looks in your eyes. How do you react?
He takes a sip of a mountain juniper and tonic with a little frown, a little crease, eyebrows, frowning mainly at Teclis for laughing like this. Such a trying time in this wizard's life, or sheep's life. She just wants to walk over and get down on her knee with the sheep. So she'll be like eye to eye with the sheep and rest a hand under its chin. And then just walk off again.
The sheep, like as you walk off, the sheep is gonna sort of like slowly follow you back to the table and be like, I don't like the half elf. This has been dire times for me. Thank you for showing such compassion. By the way, Paddy, have some inspiration because that was fantastic role playing.
Dankeschön.
And he's gonna sort of like he'll look at Harold and say like, can you understand me too? And Harold like nods quite nicely. None of the other compatriots or the barkeep seem as though they know what's going on. They're all looking rather confused as to why Teclis is pissing himself laughing. Galir's gone over and just like stroked a sheep. And everyone is just a bit confused. And the sheep sort of says to you, Galir, says, could you please help me? I'm in dire straits here. I genuinely don't know who else to turn to. That was my last chance, that scroll, of someone listening to me. And I need to get my old life back.
I'll just say, with a little furrowed brow, I'll just say I will do all in my power to help you. However, I cannot think off the top of my head how I can help you right now. So how did you come to be in this form?
I believe it or not, I used to be a powerful wizard. But my apprentice, he thought of me weak, and him being impatient, decided to steal some of my magical technology, shall we say, and turn it against me. And since that day, I've been a sheep. No one has picked up the scroll before. I've been sent to different shepherds, believing because people believe that I was a lost flock. I've been spat at. I've been sheared many a time. Thankfully, I'm still alive, because sheep aren't really killed here for food. But you and well, your friend here is the first one to actually actively take the scroll off me. For that I can thank him, but for his reaction, I never will.
Teclis is like recovering now. He's gathering himself, and he's like, okay, look, I'm sorry. Of course, you've told the nice sheep that we're gonna help. Right, we're gonna help. We'll help you. I've just been hearing from old Harold here that things seem to be worse off without you. I'm sure we can help. I'm glad to be of service, but you have to see that this situation is hilarious. It is hilarious.
Would you find it hilarious if you'd been turned to a sheep for 2 years? How would you like it if or everything you knew was turned upside down? You can see,
No.
you can see. I don't know how a sheep actually seems angry with its body language, but he is seeming angry with his body language. However,
I was imagining a sassy sheep standing up on their back legs and using their hands as a human, which was like had
How
a
would
hand on
you
their hip.
like it if you were turned into a sheep for 2 years?
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly how I was imagining it. Also, yeah, Galier's just going to shoot Teclis a disgusted look. Like, how can you be so cruel and heartless in this?
Look, I'm gonna help. I'm gonna help. It's just funny. It's just funny. I'm allowed to laugh. I'll help you, sir. What
No.
was your real name? What was your real name?
Oh, I see. The half elf wants to know my name now. How to turn tables.
Oh, come on.
My
It's all a laugh.
My
The laugh
name.
is funny.
My name is
Harbaugh.
Fine Seer Shine Bright.
Fine Seer Shine Bright.
Yeah, I'll type it in the chat.
I'm going to call you
wizard?
FSB for short.
It is in the Roll20 chat. I wasn't an extremely powerful wizard. I will let you guys know that much. But I was known for keeping miscreants away from Freyhill. I was very good at bartering, shall we say. I am genuinely very happy that you will help me out. Thank you. And as he begins to explain how you can help, could I please have one further perception check, please?
Yes, sir. 14.
14.
Oh, I don't know how I managed to triple click there.
I'll take your 2.
Yes. But I'm going to inspiration it.
Okay.
Can I take that 18?
No, if you're going to inspiration it, I'm going to take a new roll.
Alright, watch this.
Okay, fair enough. Fucking do it, boy! I should have taken the 18, mate! No. Okay, you both notice a similar hustle and bustle as you Tech has heard before from outside. But instead of any sort of delay in what's happening, immediately you notice a group not walk in, but barge on in. Okay, and you notice that there is a half orc. There are 3 wolves which surround him, and there is also a brown bear. Now, Teclis, for your 19, you notice that each of the creatures, the animals, the wolves and the bear, they have odd-looking eyes. They don't look like eyes of a normal sort of animal, if you will, like wolves or bears. And also the bear is walking eerily like a human. The wolves are still on their all fours, but the bear is walking ever so strangely human-like. And as they burst on in, Feinthir tries his best to hide underneath this table. And I need to roll a d20.
Picture of a bear.
Oh shit, okay. And the orc immediately points under the table and says, "Game!" And you notice that the bear starts walking over to lift the table up. If you would like to react in any way, this is your chance.
Yeah. Oh, go on.
So you can go. You can go.
I was just gonna just walk up to the bear here and be like, "How can we help you?"
The bear says to you, obviously, because you have the speak with animals scroll enchantment. This sheep belongs with us.
Why?
Do I need to say why? He belongs with us.
With you or to you?
With us.
Well, if it's with, wouldn't that be up to him to decide?
As you sort of defending him, it's fine there. Yeah, fine there. Sort of moves over here.
That's fine.
I'm gonna say the bear will say, "Are you saying you're not gonna let him come with us? Because that could be a problem."
Dave, as this is happening, I want to be walking over, and can I count it? Also, I would like to start my blade song.
Yeah, no, this is out of combat, so if you want to activate your blade song, absolutely have to activate your blade song. These guys are evidently preparing for a fight, but they have not initiated anything yet.
Yeah, like as I'm walking over and seeing this conversation unfold, can I say that like I'm just like ready to spring, right? Like so.
Yeah.
If combat erupts, I'm gonna go into it blade singing because I'm like ready to fucking go, you know?
Yeah, dude, don't forget you can prepare an action for this exact scenario. So like if as soon as these guys burst in, if you don't like the look of it, you can say to me, I will prepare my blade song for if anything goes down. And then if if they go to like attack without you knowing, you've already prepared that. So you can basically, the way I'll DM it is it'll be like a surprise round, but it won't be a surprise round, if you know what I mean. Like, you won't get to attack and move and stuff like that, but before anything happens, you can cast your blade song, if that makes sense.
Okay, sick.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Thank
yeah,
you.
on that, yeah, like you are preparing your blade song for if the inevitable.
Yeah, cause
Yeah.
things look kind of hairy.
Yeah, dude, absolutely. Galia, what's your reaction to what Mr. Brown Bear has said to you?
I forgot what he just said. What? Oh, am I going to let him go with you? Or
He was like, oh, are you saying he's not coming with us? Are you getting in the way? Sort of thing.
yeah, I'm getting in the way. I just want to know what your business is with him. Why can he not make his own choices?
Please roll for initiative.
This might have been a mistake, but
Don't know if it was. How do I
Galia
do?
likes the wizard.
How do I do initiative? Hold on, let me just Google how to do initiative. Initiative roll 20. Pete did show me, but I have completely forgotten. Turn tracker. Where is the turn tracker? Aha!
You must have rolled again now.
No, I'll add you because it was my bad. Text list round calculation of 8. Add 5. You only got a fucking 0. Galia's got a 17. God damn, I need to play around with this more.
You know. Oh yeah. Sorry.
Fuck.
Random muttering to myself there.
Oh no, that works, I guess. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Yeah. So there was no surprise rounds. So the combat hasn't started yet, but it's on the precipice. So we will react in our turns. Okay. So obviously you Galir have said you will stand in the way of this, and it is your turn. Don't forget you can hold your action, holding your action only happens until the end of the overall turn. So as soon as I have my go as the monsters, you will lose your action unless you react. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Okay.
yeah, on you.
Okay. Don't know if I want to just straight up kill these guys. Though. Is that a bit mad? Are you like full send, Paddy, like blade singing and that?
Oh yeah.
I will.
I'm gonna.
Sorry, I was
Can
going
I
to say.
shout a quick thing to
Yeah, go for
Go
it.
on, go on. Sorry.
No, dude. Sorry, I was just going to say. I'm assuming that you would have already blade sung by this point.
Right. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
As soon as I burst into action, I'm blade songing. I would like to shout to Galir. Let me go first.
Are you trying to whisper that?
No, I'm shouting it.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay, I will hold my action until after Tekla's full sends.
Sure. Techless.
Teklas. Right. So, what he's going to attempt to do is, like, nimbly, he's like walking over, right? Combat's erupted, bit of a fracas, everyone's drawing weapons and everything.
Oh my god.
Going to immediately burst into a sprint. Okay? And he's going to try, we say there's a chair up here, okay?
Mm-hmm.
He's going to attempt to start sprinting, pick up chair, table, and try and land himself like here.
So you're trying to kick off the chair and the table.
Yeah.
Okay. Could I
Like
have
from over here.
Could I have an acrobatics or a whatever the dexterity equivalent is? I can't remember what it is.
Acrobatics is fine for me. 23.
Yeah, dude, that happens no problems at all. You do basically exactly what you said, without a mass amount of flair, but it looked fucking sweet. And you can tell that the other dwarves in the bar are sort of looking over, interested, but also quite impressed at how well you've managed to sort of like do that.
Just like literally light-footed as fuck. Hop, skip, jump, fly, plant down, right? Fucking as the feet are hitting the floor, bend the knees, and cast Thunderwave.
Oh, dude, nice. Okay.
I'm sorry, I couldn't quite get out of range of you, Galir, so hold tight. But it's a con save. I'm sure you'll be fine.
Con save.
Could I have
Yep.
a con save from all of you? Obviously not you, Clear. All of you.
It is everyone, including Harold.
Yeah, dude, hold on. I need to pull up some stats for Harold. Okay, a con
So
save.
I'll read it out just so we've got it read out.
Yep.
A wave of thunderous force sweeps out from you. Each creature in a 15-foot cube originating from you must make a Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, a creature takes 2d8 thunder damage and is pushed 10 feet away from me. On a successful save, it takes half as much damage and isn't pushed. In addition, unsecured objects that are completely within the area of effect are automatically pushed 10 feet away from you by the spell's effect, and the spell emits a loud, thunderous boom audible out to 300 feet. So, you fucking jump down, feet plant the ground, my fucking hands are waving, I shout, huge thunder boom. I'm thinking glasses smashed, chairs going flying, tables like sort of scraping along the floor, you know? That's, I'm fucking going for the full flare.
So there is,
you know?
So, just for complete transparency, D21 will be for the bear, 2 will be for the half-orc, 3 will be for Harold, and then 4, 5, and 6 will be for the 3 wolves, okay?
Okay.
So, bear fails.
Wow.
Half-orc fails, Harold fails, 1 wolf passes, is essentially what happens.
What are you doing?
And so everyone who failed moves 10 feet away from me and takes 8 thunder damage.
Yep.
Gilear, you passed, right? Yeah, that
Galea
con
did,
save
yeah.
passes.
Galea did.
Yeah, sorry, yeah, I did. Yeah, I've taken 4.
Okay.
Yeah, 4 damage and no push.
Okay,
Yeah, that's
so
Sorry, a
fine.
little bit of collateral there, but
so 8. So du- 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 du. Sorry, I need to total up all this damage. No, but I mean, nice move. So 10 foot away from you, correct?
yeah. So
Okay, so Harold will go to here. Bear will go to here. This wolf
I thought
here.
did the bet. Oh,
No, only one wolf passed, and that was the second wolf, which will be this one next to you. So this one goes here.
mm-hmm.
He goes over to here. And he goes over to here. Nice, very very nice. Take some damage. And it will then. Is that all? Is that all you're doing?
Yes, that
Okay.
is all I'm doing.
It will go to me as the DM, unless Robert, you want to go first
Sorry?
because you have held your
You want to
action.
unhold?
This so
Yeah, yeah,
just so you
yeah, I'm
know,
on the holding. Yeah, I said,
this will be the only warning I give you for you both for holding your action and not taking it as I continue. From now on, I will.
yeah, no, sorry, yeah, I
Start,
said I just
okay?
wanted to let Techless go first, and then
Yeah,
I'd
yeah.
take after him. Yeah.
Don't worry. Like I just wanted to make it clear that
Dave, will you relax?
you guys are experienced enough now to know when to withhold your action if you've ever held it, but I will
God, I
allow you.
sometimes hate the layout of roll D&D. It's pissed me off sometimes.
So yeah, down to you, Mr. Galir, as you want to hold your action.
Mr. Galir, Jesus Christ, Dave, watch your pronouns, bro.
Okay, Mr. Ms. Galir.
Thank you. So what I would like to do, I did have a plan of action, and now I've forgotten it after all of that.
Dude, I've nearly drunk a whole bottle of wine. This is bad. It's only Thursday.
Delicious. Nothing wrong with that, mate.
I think it's time
Right.
to fucking get to business, isn't it?
Business.
It's business.
Yeah. So I'm gonna cast
Oh, he's casting a
Guiding
spell.
Bolt at the half orc.
Guiding Bolt. Could you please read that out for us, Robert?
Yes, flash of light streaks towards a creature of your choice within range, which is 120 foot, so he's definitely within range.
Mm-hmm.
On hit, the target takes 46 radiant damage, and the next attack against that target will have, before the end of my next turn, will have advantage.
Okay, you need to make a ranged spell attack.
Yes, you need to make a save though first.
No, you need to make a ranged spell attack first.
Oh yeah, it doesn't spell save DC. Yeah, sorry. Fair.
Mm-hmm. Let me pull up his.
That's an 18.
Ah, yeah, dude, you hit. You absolutely hit. Are you casting at what level are you casting at?
Oh, that is a good point. Yeah, sorry, I could cast this at level 2, couldn't I? So I
Yeah.
could cast 5d6 radiant damage on him.
Damn, 5d6.
Send it.
Name 21. Oh boy.
That is above average.
That is very good. Yeah. He takes
Hello?
21. He takes 21. Yeah. So that puts you on. Yeah. Cool. Anything else?
Don't think I have anything else to do as a bonus action now. I don't. I think all of my cantrips that I'm using are all actions and bonus actions. But I didn't use my movement, so what I will do is just move to over here, so I'm more in betwixt the sheep and the dwarves from these villains.
Cool. Harold on his turn is going to attempt to throw an empty beer glass is picked up at the closest dwarf, which is this one here. Not dwarf, wolf. And he rolls a 10, which is unfortunately not good enough. You see you see a glass smash over here, and Harold yells some obscenity in Dwarven, which Galia, you know, and it's up to your discretion how bad that is. And he also moves between the brethren, I guess, and the sheep.
Can you mark which one's Harold?
I can.
Just so we know.
Harold is going to have a ninja icon on him because that's how I imagine Harold would
Yeah,
look.
that's fine.
Okay,
Ninja
right.
Dwarf.
Brown bear.
Also, I'm just going to look at him with wide eyes and a shake of the head.
Brown bear is going to. He's got his eyes set on that fucking sheep, so he's gonna move to here, and he's going to attack you, Rob.
What, the bear?
Yes, he is.
Bring it on, you oversized puppy.
His bite attack does a 17 hit.
Nope.
And his claws. That
Nope.
also doesn't hit either. Damn. The bear looks obviously upset with the fact that you've managed to gleefully dodge both of his attacks.
I'm
And
just going to smirk at him.
as you lock eyes as he misses, he sort of realizes the shit he's sort of in. This wolf here is going to move over to here, Patrick. This wolf is going to move over to here, and the orc is going to he's going to move closer to. He's going to go 5, 10, 20, 25, 30, and he's gonna sort of touch the chair, move it in front of him, between you, Galir, and him, which now means that you will be rolling at disadvantage if you're doing a projectile-based attack.
Wait, are spells projectiles though? If it's like a bolt of lightning, is that a projectile?
Not all of them. Some of them will just happen to them, but some of them you'll have to do a beam to them, or you'll throw something to them.
Okay.
It's usually in the description.
Guiding bolt is definitely affected by cover.
Yes.
Whereas something like hold person wouldn't be.
Yeah, exactly, precisely. Yeah, thank you, Patrick.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
The wolves, Patrick. All three of them are going to hit you. Trying to hit you.
Yes.
They each of them get advantage because obviously you're flanked.
And they have pack tactics.
Yeah, exactly. I'm assuming that hits. That'll be a 22.
Yes, 22 hits.
Okay, one hits. Does a 20 hit?
Isn't your AC 23 when you blade sing as well?
No, I was about to become 23. Well, 24 actually, because we are going to reaction and we are going to send another spell slot to shield.
Yeah, so you get +5. Okay, and the last one is a 20 as well. So yeah, all of those wolves hit. So as the first wolf tries to bite down on you, you activate your spell, and a radiant energy sort of expands from you, and it visibly knocks the one that's attacking you back, and it sort of allows you to dodge these other two wolves which are coming at you.
Shielded up, baby.
As it goes to Galir.
I'm going to turn on the bear.
Oh, you're going to turn on the bear? How are you going to do that? Tickle his balls?
Yeah.
Sorry.
I'm going to mute for a second, guys, just because I'm desperate for a fucking piss. Sorry.
Go for it. I also need a piss, but I'm...
I know, I feel bad because we're right in the middle of combat, but I've been holding it for a bit.
Dude, it's fine. Don't worry. If you're a real bro, you just leave it on unmute, and we'll just hear you piss. It's fine.
Right, so what I'm going to do to him...
Dude, I'm so drunk.
Where's it gone? cheeky little sacred flame cantrip.
Ooh,
I
sacred flame.
believe you have to make a dex save.
Dexterity saving throw is correct. Allow me to. I mean, he's fucking crit. He doesn't take any damage from that.
Okay, well that passes.
Takes no damage from that. You try and throw like a sacred flame at him, and he sort of backflips weirdly. You've never seen a brown bear backflip before, but he does it with such like conviction that you know for certain that he is not actually a bear, or he wasn't a bear. He's never been a bear for a long time, and he looks at you with sort of like those weirdly human-like eyes, and
Right.
you know shit's about to go down, or he's going to try and.
Well, I'm also gonna expend a level 1 spell slot.
Oh, he's using his bonus action. Let's go, baby.
Shield of Faith, so I get +2 AC for 10 minutes.
Nice. That is a concentration spell as well. Nice. Very good.
So if someone attacks me but it misses, does that not break the concentration?
No, so concentration only matters when you get damaged, and then
Right,
you have to pass the check of either half the damage. I think it caps at 10. I'll double check that.
You take a con check, which will either be a DC of 10 or half the damage you took, rounded down, whatever is higher.
Yeah. So obviously you take a load of damage, then you won't be able to pass it, but the bottom DC is always 10.
Well, you can always crit, so you always roll because you can always crit.
Yeah, exactly.
But
and if you crit, then
I remember.
It's I mean, to be fair with me, if you crit, then you're always going to pass it. I mean, crits need to be.
Do you remember Johan? By the way, he heavily abused concentration spells with Warcaster.
Yeah,
and turning into things that gave him +6 to con and stuff.
Yeah, Johan was broken as fuck, and I loved it. And I nearly made a Johan clone, but I didn't. Tech list.
You've got wolves. You've got wolves out. So. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I know I have wolves out, but it's your go.
Yeah. Nice. Yes, my turn.
I am getting pissed. Explain. I can hear you, but you will not hear me.
Mic off.
Okay.
Thank God.
I'm gonna cast Green
Mic
Flame
on.
Blade.
Never mind, I'm here because Katie's in the toilet.
It's women.
Could you please?
So basically, I'll make a normal attack roll.
Hold on, I'm now going for a piss. Explain.
Mic off.
I make a normal attack roll, and if it hits, it basically bounces off some damage, and to any creature within 5 feet of it, it takes fire damage. Not any creature, one creature. Sorry. It takes fire damage equal to my spellcasting ability modifier. So I make my normal attack with the old cutlass. I am going to inspiration that critical fail attack. We're aiming, by the way, for the wolf that has already been damaged by. Well, they've both already been damaged by me, right? Shit, yeah,
Mic on.
all of them taken.
All the wolves
Okay,
are taken.
we're aiming for one of the wolves that has taken damage already.
Okay,
Like the one. There's two that have taken 8, right, and one that's taken 4. So I'll aim for one that's taken 8.
Take a one. Okay. Let me read your spell because I was in the middle of pissing and actually didn't take any of that information in. Which weapon?
It's a normal attack. So if it hits, I do like 4 damage to something within 5 feet.
Oh, so you just do 4 damage.
Yeah, so I'll do my normal weapons damage on the wolf that I've hit. Right, I'm presuming 19 hits wolf.
Yeah. Okay, so this is the one that's taken 4, and then the other 2 have taken 8. So which one do you want to kill?
I'm attacking one that's taken 8.
Yep.
And I've hit it, and I'm doing 6 damage to it with my cutlass.
So which one do you want?
And then the other one.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I'll kill the bottom one.
Mm-hmm.
And then the one on my left, the other one that has taken 8 damage, can also take 4 damage.
You kill
Which
2 wolves.
Oh, I killed both of them. In my head, wolves had 13 HP. But no, must be wrong. Sorry,
Uh,
just too much
I'll-
time reading.
I will tell you after the combat how much they actually have. It's close,
Okay.
but it's yeah.
Sick though, double kill.
Yeah, dude, double kill, nice. Anything else?
That's what I said.
Cool. Right, the brown bear is gonna swing at you, Mister. Sorry, Mrs. Galir. That is not good. And a crit. Oh, baby. Okay, could you
Unfortunate.
please take? Are we gonna roll double dice? Of course we're gonna roll double dice.
Got to roll double dice.
Oh my god, that's awful. Could you please take 14 damage?
That is mean.
Could have been a lot worse.
What kind of HP numbers are you working with, Rob?
Sorry?
What kind of HP numbers are you working with?
My max HP is 38.
Okay, that's pretty good. Not bad at all.
Yeah.
This wolf is going to attack you, Techless.
Mm-hmm.
I have clicked it, but apparently it's not allowing me to. Does a 22 hit?
A 22 does indeed hit.
Cool. Well, it is going to do. It will do 6 damage to you, friend. Could you please make a strength saving throw?
Oh no.
I
Oh,
looked at your character
no.
sheet, so I know that's a bad stat for you. Oh, dude, you absolutely firm it.
15?
Yeah, dude, you firm it.
Yeah.
You firm it. No problem.
Well, -1 as well. Jeez.
And the half orc. He is he's gonna come over to you, Seckless. He's gonna
Oh, Lord.
He's gonna use something which gives him advantage on his attack rolls, but you will also have advantage on attack rolls against him. And he is going to. Does a 15 hit you? Probably doesn't, does it?
It does not.
Damn. Okay. Well, that is their go. Harold is gonna once again try and throw. He's gonna grab the ale which is in the dwarf by the fire's hand. He's gonna try and launch it at the bear. Holy shit! He's rolled a 17. Dude, he actually hits the bear with a fucking pint. What a legend.
Yes.
And then
Improvised weapon, yes.
Dude, he gets 3 damage on the brown bear. Go on, Harold.
Changing.
that is a gangster move.
Dude, I fucking love
Straight
that.
for
Dude, Harold's my new favorite character. I might actually have to make him a fucking proper character sheet. As it goes to Galir. I get the feeling this session is going to last more than one session.
Yeah. Oh boy.
It's still in the pub.
Dude. This is the last This is the last glass before I've sunk a whole bottle of wine tonight. Let's go.
My last half can of beer.
Oh, Paddy, don't say that. You've got more, surely.
I actually don't. I'm so fucking broke after I come back from Iceland. Miss Pete.
I'm going to. What am I going to do?
That fucking sword that comes out of the sky would be a good one. Teklis is going to shout over to Galir.
Yeah, I could summon my spiritual weapon.
I will say this once more, but actually I've never said this before. Metagaming, I'm not a big fan of.
Okay.
So
that's fair.
I will
That's
allow
fair.
you to do it if it is your turn, but in future, if it is not your turn, I will not allow you to give advice to other party members.
That's fair.
I feel like for Rob's first campaign it was fair enough, but Rob has now been playing for over a year, and I feel like he should be able to make educated decisions on his own.
True. I'm not trying to play for you.
Sassy. No, I'm joking.
No,
I
dude,
was
honestly
thinking
just
of,
makes you better at playing D&D.
Yeah, no, I get it. I was joking. I'm just thinking because while that is good, they had a level 2 spell slot. Guiding Bolt does way more damage.
Don't forget you can hold your action if you're unsure. I'm sure Techless has many of
No,
them.
I'm just gonna level 1 spell slot Guiding Bolt the bear.
Okay, can you post it in the chat, please?
Yeah, so that is. Oh, what you want me to pass Guiding Bolt in the chat?
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah, just so I can read what it says. Oh yeah, okay. So just make a ranged spell attack. Yeah,
So that's
dude, that
20
hits.
KD.
That absolutely hits.
So that is 4d6. 13 damage.
That bear is not looking hot. As your spell hits him, he like visibly sort of like buckles under his own weight. But you still see determination in his eyes. He's not one to back down from a fight, but you can clearly see he's not doing too hot.
Okay, well,
Anything
that's
else?
good. Not for now, thank you, because I don't have anything I'll use as an action just yet.
Cool. Techless? I don't know why it's adding your. I don't know what you got for. You got probably like a 10. We'll just give you a 10.
Was it me, sorry?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, sorry, I was chatting
Yeah.
to myself about your initiative because it just kept adding your initiative to itself instead of. You know.
Techless is going to. We're going back to where it all began. Back to Cali.
California.
Like, knows how to turn away.
Ooh, it's a Thunderwave. That only hits the Wolfie and Mr. What's his name?
The Orco.
So the spell DC is a 14. What is it? A con save?
Yes.
Constitution. Okay, that wolf fails.
Come on.
And I will do.
Come on. Oh no.
The orc crits, and as you cast Thunderwave, I imagine you slam something into the floor to sort of like, have a shockwave through the ground. The orc completely reads what you're doing, and he sort of like bunny hops as you do it, completely dodging it, and you see like a twinkle in his eye, as he readies his attack for you. However, you do hit the wolf, and the wolf takes how much damage?
The wolf takes. Wow, shit! 15 damage.
You brutalize the wolf. Do you want to explain how the wolf dies?
The wolf, I presume, is just caught off-footed, and I like to think it's just flung so fiercely backwards that they actually just get impaled on like some fucking, like, because I've already thunderwaved once. I feel like it's a big mess around me with like fucking sharp bits of splinters of chairs and stuff, and just gets flung, and is like impaled and smashed and dead. But
I don't know if you can see the screen, but this is how I imagine it happens.
Pissing out blood everywhere.
Yeah.
Brutal. But unfortunately, we're really kind of massively super relying on the orc getting pushed away. So this has gone,
Not ideal.
not great. It's not the ideal one for us, no. I guess I'm just going to have to stay in combat with the old fucking orcaroo.
Okay, the orc is
That is my turn.
Does a Sorry, let me find what his positives are. Does a 19 hit you?
A 19 is in fact
Where's your plus
bang
8?
on the money.
Nice. Okay. He is going
So
to hit you.
he's going to get shielded.
Okay.
He's getting shielded.
Okay. So instead of taking your damage, cast your shield.
Mhm. Yeah.
Upon taking damage, instead, so the half orc reels back with it. He's got a massive like two-handed sword, and he does this sort of like stereotypical like whirlwind slash, sort of like Link does in Smash Bros when you do up and B, and he sort of like spins round a bit like a Garen spin for Rob, and as it's just about to hit you, you cast your shield in. You focused all of the shield energy on where his sword is going to hit you, and instead of doing the damage to you, it knocks you back 10 foot. And the orc looks at you, sort of grunts and goes, "I see you're a good fighter," and he begins to leave.
To leave?
Yes.
Don't just fucking run off.
The brown bear is going to attack you, Rob. One that obviously doesn't hit. And that obviously doesn't hit. Cool, this brown bear is moving fucking
damn.
cash.
This Velvet was a piece of shit. Like,
Terrible, didn't he?
Oh, sorry.
yeah.
Harold is actually gonna. He's gotten into the heat at the moment. He sees that the orcs just left, and he hit with his fucking mate's spear. So he's gonna. I can feel it now, and he's gonna go up behind it. And he's gonna try and, I don't know if you've ever seen that wrestling move where you jump up and grab someone's like head and you like pull them back onto like your knees, sort of like a backbreaker.
Yeah.
He's gonna try and do that.
Get involved.
He does the move spectacularly, but he forgets to hold on to the bear's neck, and he does himself 2 damage. He goes, "Oh, a bit too old for that one." As it goes to Galir.
Yeah. So the bear, I'm just gonna
Also, as a
hit
bit
him with
of
a sacred flame.
flavor.
Please make a dex save.
Sorry, as a bit of flavor, these 2 dwarves are huddling in the corner. The barkeep has retreated into the kitchen. This dwarf doesn't actually give a fuck. He's just sort of enjoying the show, to be honest. Right, so Sacred Flame on the bear, so I need to make a dex saving throw.
Yes, please.
Does a 17 pass? Sorry, 18.
Yep.
Cool.
14 would have done the trick.
Cool.
Okay, that's not ideal. That's not ideal. Not ideal. Yeah, it's not ideal. It's not ideal. Oh, it's Techless next thing I see. That's cool. I won't bother with bonus action then. Thank you, sir.
Techless.
Techless is going to. He's sort of standing there in disbelief that this fucking, like, he's ready to throw down right there. You know, the fucking wolves were just the fucking appetizer. It was ready for the main course. And like, in sort of like, you can see the ruckus over there with the bear and the nonsense that Harold is attempting and everything. But you can clearly see that, you know, Ilya's got this one. She's been doing great. That bear looks on its last legs. So very casually, like, while still almost like half looking at the door, like just in like shock and disgust, is just going to pop a quick firebolt in the bear's direction, just to be like, you know, I'm still helping, but like, I didn't even move anywhere near her. Like, you know, just like, oh yeah, firebolt, like, fucking help you out. Yeah. So I'll make my spell attack roll, which I still haven't encoded in.
I can
I
help you with
forget.
that if you want. Or do you know how to do it?
I know how to do it. I've done it with like the colours and stuff, but I'm just fucking super lazy. But which apparently Teclis also is with his attack. He's so dumbfounded and so just knocked completely out of the zone that he sends that firebolt completely skywards, where it just sort of splatters against the fucking wall.
Your firebolt actually hits the already lit fire and just turns it into a nicer fire. This dwarf here is actually visibly pleased because the fire was dying out and he was about to get up and sort that out, but you've actually just done him a solid.
Oh, I love it. Yeah, Teclis is just fucking dumbfounded right now, and he just doesn't really know what to do. Like, what?
Okay, Fine Seer is gonna move closest to the fire. The bear is fucking surrounded, but the bear does not give up. The bear goes for a final swing, Galir. Fucking misses. Goes for another swing on Galir. Does a 17 hit you?
Nope.
Damn. And as the bear misses, he says to you, like, I could have done better if I wasn't this bear. And then it goes to you, Galir. Harold at this point is disengaging because he realizes that maybe the fighting game is for dwarves half his age, and he's more suited to drinking beers or throwing them.
Oh, well, just before I roll any attacks on the bear, I would just like to say, why do you want? Does the orc compel you to suffer this way, or do you want us to help you the same way we'll help the sheep wizard?
The sheep wizard. He is not what he says he is. The only person who has already helped me is my man Guz. I will die for his cause.
I presume that's the orc.
Is that you asking the bear, or is that you saying out of character?
Is that a character? I presume that's the orc.
Okay. The bear will not confirm or deny that for you.
Yeah, well, fuck this bear, and he's gonna get.
Let's see if he passes his deck save again, Rob. Does a
Oh, he's passing. Yeah, 14 is the number anyway. So
okay, 14 does
he's
pass. You go.
passing all of
He'll
them.
sort of like smirk at you and go, "Guess the fight's not over yet." As it goes to Teclis, where I
Okay.
imagine Teclis is probably gonna try and destroy him. I don't know
Shit,
what
I'll just
don't know what is going on with this turn order. I don't know why it keeps just adding your turn order score to it.
Oh yeah.
I don't know, dude. I don't know. Maybe I have to run a 2-shot.
Yeah, you got 2 shots. Do not miss your chances to blow. Doesn't have the same ring to it, does it?
No, it doesn't. I'm glad you noticed the picture eventually.
Yeah, at first, I had no idea. Well, I didn't even like pay attention at first. And then when I finally saw it, I was like,
Is that a 9? Teclis? We can't hear you if you're speaking, by the way.
Sorry, I've been muted there for like the past few minutes.
Love it.
Yeah. Okay, I'll come over, flank in, and I've like come to swing my sword, finish off this fucking bear. But does a 13 hit?
You are not flanking him. You are not opposite.
Does it not count on
Nope, you need
from
to be
there?
directly opposite or you need to cover him on 3 sides. So that is actually a 9, not a 13. So no, it does not hit.
Well, fair enough.
Anything else?
No, that's fine.
DM, Mr. Brown Bear. The brown bear is locked eyes with Galir and is, you know, aware of his probable demise, but will not go down without a fight. So he is going to try and bite Galir. Does a 17 hit? And he's going to try and claw you for a 20. Does 20 hit?
I'll allow that.
As he does 14 slashing damage to you.
Ooh, that is a lot.
And he'll try and do like that boxer, like they're on their toes and they sort of like switch feet, and he's trying to do that to like try and keep up his momentum. But you can clearly see as he does it, he sort of staggers, and he's like, "I'm not going down without a fight."
True, because mother my game on
As it goes back to you, Galir.
level 4, right?
I hope so.
It's fine. This time I'm going to switch up and try Hand of Radiance.
Ooh,
Make a con save.
make a con save. We'll make a con save. Does a 9 do it, Rob?
No, thank God he finally
Damn.
fucking fails one. It's only a d6 though. Or 5 damage though, surely. He's got to be kaput.
He is still up.
Fuck yeah, now.
He looks super OP. Like half of his fur is sort of like falling off, and you can quite clearly see that maybe he's on death's door. But damn, is he a resilient bear, and he's got a fighter's spirit. As it goes to tech list, unless you have anything else, Gilla.
No, that's fine.
Techless is just going to take one last pitiful stab at the fella with his booming blade, which is a spell attack, a weapon spell melee attack, if you will.
I did look up booming blade earlier, actually.
Jesus Christ.
Dude, that is super not good. You do have advantage because you are now flanking it.
Oh my god. Does a 12 hit?
A 12 does hit, yes.
Jesus
you
Christ.
got away with that.
Mm-hmm. D6 plus 3.
Very low HP.
8 damage.
The bear is finally dead. How does your booming
6
blade
HP
finish
at the
him?
It's almost quite pitiful, really. It's just a nice straight stab through the back of the neck, like quick in and out withdraw, nothing too dramatic, And as the bear drops to his food, drops to the floor. I can't get food off the brain. Like I haven't had dinner yet, and my fucking food's taking
Dude, you
ages.
haven't had dinner yet.
I had a really late fucking lunch and just wasn't hungry at all. But now I'm like hungry at 9 o'clock at night, so I kind of got to have dinner.
Yeah, I feel you.
Fucking annoying. Yeah, it's just kind of like a pitiful. He just falls to the floor, fucking stab through the back of the neck, back out. And as he's dropping to the floor, I'm already looking at Galir to be like, "Did you see that guy? He just walked off. He just walked. Did you see that? I just killed all of his dogs, and then he walked off. What the fuck? Is that custom around here? Leave in the middle of a fight? What the hell was that?"
Just so you're aware, Paddy, you can use your cutlass attack for your booming blade, which I just put in chat. That still counts.
Does that have +5 to hit then? Because I thought I had it programmed as +3 to hit.
No, it's +5 because it'll be plus your dex modifier as well as your
Yeah,
proficiency,
plus.
which makes +5.
Okay.
So when you cast booming blade, just use your cutlass, because what it says is it's using spells cast. Make a melee attack against a creature. So that is just your melee attack. And then on a hit, obviously you have your 1d8 when it moves. Or
Does it not like say melee spell attack or something?
no, it just says melee attack. So you can just use that colours, and that will upgrade with as you level up as well. It'll automatically change your proficiency, so that'll just keep leveling it up. So you don't have to keep changing it. And you don't have to work it out.
Sure. Cool. Thanks, man.
That's right.
Thank you very much. Makes it nice and cleaner.
Nice. Well, yeah, you fell the beasts. As you're aware, the half orc hightailed out of there. Harold is a bit shaken, but you can tell he's like full of adrenaline, and he's sort of like, yeah, guys, that was fucking sick. You guys, oh my god, like you, we've been waiting for guys like you. These two dwarfs are cowering in the corner. They're very clearly not accustomed to combat or any sort of confrontation. This dwarf is just sort of impressed. You notice that he was stroking what's his face, Feinthir, to make him feel better. And although Feinthir will never admit it, it was very clear that Feinthir did visibly like acknowledge and quite like the physical affection to make him feel a bit better. The barkeep still hasn't come out from the kitchen. And yeah, so what do you guys do?
First of all, maybe a healing spell.
Yeah,
What's
how
your-
beat up are you guys?
check those. I'm 6 HP.
Oh shit! Did I actually nearly down you?
I have
Right,
taken
it's
no damage.
Just those 2 attacks that hit me from the bear both did 14 damage, and I was like, oh god damn.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah, nearly downed me.
Well, yeah, go for it. If you want to cast a healing spell, cast a healing spell.
Chuck that up. 2d8 plus spellcasting ability modifier, which I believe is.
I think for you it's probably Wiz.
Yes, it is. Yeah. Oops, wrong bit. Which is a plus 4 now, so it'd be 2d8 plus 4. And then you also get. Is it this one? Yeah, so it's a level 2 spell, so you also get plus 4. So 2d8 plus 8.
Dude, that's super good.
Funny.
Disciple of Life. Nice.
Yeah, I know. With all the other things that start stacking with it, it's really good.
Dude, I feel like I want to play a cleric in a future campaign. The clerics seem pretty fucking broken.
There's a lot to them, a lot more than I thought there would be. Then we start getting to higher levels. I think it's level 6. Whenever I cast a healing spell on anyone, I also heal for like a similar amount. So then, like being a tank cleric, like you can just stand there, just healing people while also healing.
Yeah, dude, clerics are super good. They're just like commonly called like one of the best classes, just because like you can do like anything that you want with them like that. Like you're like, am I going to be like a tank healer like you're doing, and you can do it awesomely. But I know Pete's told me loads about a cleric he used to play that was just like a giant AOE like damage machine, and like
his, like,
they're both.
suit of armor thing.
No, this was his nameless Pete, the fucking. Do you remember that one?
Yeah,
The pirate cleric.
Nameless Pete that we created in our D&D session, and he took it as the actual
Yeah.
gospel and turned it
Yeah,
into
he
a character.
literally made an NPC from our session, a character that he played for like a year in a different campaign.
Love that. Fucking love that.
Why not?
Oh dear.
Right. Anyway, yeah. So yeah, Teclis is not Teclis. Sorry, Galera's cast a healing spell. Teclis, do you need to heal?
No, I'm all full HP.
Cool. Well, yeah. Apart from healing, are you
Sure,
guys gonna do
cool.
anything else?
Take that spell slot off.
I'd like to go
I
over to
want
Harold
to-
at least and be like, "What the fuck?"
Harold will reiterate the what the fuck. He'll say, "It's never got that hairy," but we have seen them around, and we've all been honestly too scared to do anything. I mean, you can see us, and he'll gesture to the four dwarves in the bar. We're hardly geared up for combat or defending ourselves. You know, we're farmers and miners. We're not warriors. We're not adventurers. And usually, to be fair, they don't come in and cause a lot of trouble, but they are very menacing, and they don't like it when you look at them or talk to them. And the animals never seemed like animals, and I did hear the bear speaking. He, you know, i- is that normal? Should I hear the bear speaking?
No,
I don't know what the
that
fuck's
is.
going on, but you won't be hearing it speak
Yeah.
again.
That is fair enough, my friend. And he sort of heartily laughs with his belly, um, and he says, do you think there's going to be any more trouble?
Almost certainly.
Well, right now.
No, not right now, but like I assume that guy who was too pussy to fight me, I assume he's going to be back with, more other friends, probably. Seems only logical, right? He's had his pride wounded and healed. He's going to come back with twice as much vengeance just to, try and get his iron fist over things again.
Harold.
So yeah, I would say that you're in for a lot more trouble.
Harold is. He takes in what you said, but he can't help but feel like worried and scared about that. And you can clearly see like the anxiety in his face. He tries to put on a brave face as he speaks to you, and he says, "Oh, okay. Well, I'll go home to the wife and kids, and I'll make sure to tell them not to go out. I would usually say after dark, but it's only mid-afternoon, and these guys have come round. I guess I'll have to stock up on some weaponry and maybe stay home for a bit."
Harold, you need to get this guy out of your town.
Harold will so could I have a insight from both of you, Galir, assuming you're in this conversation as well?
I'm just overhearing all this.
Yeah, but I'm assuming you're sort of watching what's
It's
going on.
21.
21's
Oh, yeah.
pretty good. That is an intimidation, not an insight.
Oh,
Don't know,
sorry.
don't know if you're trying to intimidate Harold, but I'd hope you're not.
No, I'm not. I'm definitely not.
That is
I'm just quickly planning my insight check.
okay. Techless, you feel like Harold is being the bravest man you've ever seen. He is putting on the best brave face. And in fact, it's not even a brave face to you. You feel like he is genuinely not scared at all, in the slightest. He's like, yeah, you just killed like a bunch of creatures that we've not been able to kill ever, and scared off the orc that's been, not destroying, but like, haunting our town for like the last few weeks. And he doesn't care. He doesn't care. Yeah, all he cares about is the bar's clear and he can get another drink in. Okay, Galir, you notice, he is shit scared. He is not happy at the fact that Teclis has sort of suggested that the orc will be back. He's insanely worried, and he's fidgety, and you can clearly see that he's in some distress.
Okay. Well, I don't think he'll be back to this bar anytime soon, so hunker down, get a drink, and just relax, man.
Could you give me a persuasion just because Teclis did fail the insight? And yeah, okay, fair enough, that
18.
works. Yeah. He'll you do that side eye thing at Teclis where you hear someone say something and you really actually don't believe them at all. And you sort of go like, oh, are you okay, mate? But he'll look at you, Galir, and he'll say, yeah, okay. Okay. Do you guys want another drink? I'm gonna get myself one. Feel free to, but also I understand you may have bigger things to do. But I'm gonna get one. And he's gonna like push the door to the kitchen open and say, could I order a drink, please? And he'll go around to the bar, and the barkeep will come out and sort of push the door to see what's going on, and he'll be like, yeah, yeah. I'm gonna have to make a call, and he'll come out here. He'll pour Harold's drink. Are you guys having a drink?
Yeah, I'll have an ale.
Oh yeah, I'm sure everyone would love to buy us a fucking drink, hey? I think everyone owes us a round.
These two dwarves are
Definitely think so.
still too far preoccupied and scared to do anything. In fact, they are going to start hightailing for the exit unless you guys choose to stop them.
No,
Okay.
don't care about them.
Well, they will leave. This dwarf goes, abso-fucking-lutely. That was the best entertainment that I've seen in this pub for a long, long time. And he'll go over to the bar and say, Harold, put your money away. I will buy this round. And he'll buy the round for you guys.
Woo!
Fine
drinks.
Fear. Fine Fear comes over to you two. Trying to speak out of range of Harold because he feels like Harold is well, he doesn't trust Harold. He's 2 years of being a sheep has led him to believe that being trustworthy is quite hard. And he'll go, I know who New York was. New York was a guy named Guz. I'll put that in the chat as well. He is he's my apprentice's sort of muscle, if you will. You've done well to fell his muscle in the obviously polymorphed bear and wolves. However, Guz is not one to lightly go down, and my apprentice is quite hard
He just walked off.
to find.
Oh yeah, he can't be that hard. He's just run off.
Because the fact that he's run off means he will not be hard to pick up again. And so the Harold and did I give the other guy a name? Dude, I should not drink a whole bottle of wine whilst DMing.
I don't think you did give him a name.
Okay, so we'll have Harold and we'll have Seymour. Two very dwarven names.
You know?
Harold and Seymour, the dwarves. Seymour will be carrying 2 drinks. Harold will also be carrying 2 drinks. And Harold will come over to you, Galia, with the 2 dwarven ales, one for him, one for you. Seymour will be carrying another fruity-looking cocktail. However, this time, Teclis, it is blue with like a hint of pink in it. Could you roll me? Oh, what do I want you to roll me? Could you roll me? What's your constitution overall? It's quite big actually. Could you roll me a constitution check, please? And Galir, could I also have one for you?
There. 19.
19 and a 10. Okay, so
10.
Galir, you are completely unfounded by all of this drinking. As a dwarf, you're fully aware of your limits, and you're fine. You enjoy your ale. There are no repercussions whatsoever. Teclis, I wouldn't say there's repercussions, but as you're fully aware with drinking cocktails quicker than you probably should, you're feeling a little bit tipsy. Nothing awful, like nothing that would hinder you at all, but you're definitely feeling the effects of alcohol.
As Teclis is just draining off his second drink, pick up the little umbrella I presume is poking out. You said there's a little umbrella poking out the top.
So it
These
wasn't the
cocktails.
last one. This one isn't an umbrella. It's actually a dried flower.
Okay, okay, that's fine. Uh, he's gonna pick out the dried flower, shake it a little bit, and then he's gonna prestidigitate the bottom of it, and it will just slowly start burning. As it starts burning, he's gonna start blowing on it, and the dried petals are gonna be like flying off of it as he's like holding his prestidigitation on it, and just sort of and blowing them at people, just being annoying because he's just getting a bit pissed, you know.
Who are you blowing it on, out of interest? Because there's only two around you. Is it going to be Seymour or is it going to be Fine Theatre?
It's going to be both of them. I'm just being annoying.
They're both going to look at you, especially Seymour, as he's just bought you this drink, and he's going to say, "Son, I would stop that if I were you." And he's going to go back and he's going to sit by the fire. Oh God, have I just left the game? Shit. I think I have.
It's going to be like, what do you mean stop that? You didn't remind me being myself when I was kicking that guy's fucking ass.
You're going to say,
Oh,
I very much appreciate you for kicking those wolves' asses. However, I did just buy you that drink, and I don't appreciate you blowing stuff into my face. And he's gonna turn and face the fire.
don't take it like that. These dwarves are all so grumpy.
Look there.
As you say that, Seymour will hold up his pint and be like, "Here, here, yes, we are." Harold, upon hearing the here, will then put up his pint, and he will look at Galir, not expectantly, but as a dwarf, he's like, "Is Galir gonna do that?" No pressure involved, just sort of as a sort of dwarves around here seem to do that whenever a here is shown, and he does agree with the sentiment. Sorry, say that again.
She just rolls her eyes. I said Galera's not going to do that. She's just going to roll her eyes at their silly dwarvishness.
Cool.
As peasant dwarves as they are.
Harold will say, "My friends, I hope I can call you friends. I genuinely can't thank you enough for what you have done tonight. You've managed to put a bit of us at ease. I know Seymour and I are the only two left in the bar, but granted, you've put us at ease for at least another few weeks. So I do thank you." Fine Thea hears him say that and says, "Well, it may be fine for you, but I'm still a sheep." And he suggests that you guys inspect the corpses of the damned. A little bit of a DM push there.
Well, I'll have a look around the body.
Some corpses or something.
Could I have an investigation from both of you, please?
How weird that we just thought of that at the same time.
God, all on your own as well. Like, you guys are so clever.
Should we go and investigate the 4 dead bodies that we didn't investigate yet?
I was about to suggest that, but I was letting the RP continue, so. 2 12s.
So I don't think I've got no inspiration left.
Oh, dude. Okay, so with your 12s, as previously mentioned, I think I mentioned it to Galir, you do notice that the eyes on these creatures are a lot different to perhaps a wolf and a bear's eyes would usually look like. They look very, I wouldn't say human, but I would say humanoid. The whites of their eyes are a lot bigger than perhaps like an animal's would be. You do find some loot, a very small amount of loot, which I will send to you in a minute. But you also notice that the brown bear has a key on him.
Snatch
Okay.
it up.
Sorry, can you say if one of you's taking it? Can you say that again? I think you spoke over each other.
Yeah. So I'm going to snatch that shit up.
Okay, could you add one rusty key to your inventory, please?
Rusty key.
Rusty key. Fine Thin notices you going over to the bear and picking something up, Galir, and he for God's sake, Klaus. He does ask, what have you found there?
It's just this rusty key.
He'll sort of like start sniffing at your hand, like, you know, if a dog smelt a treat in your hand, and he'll sort of go, do you mind if I have a look?
Yeah, you can certainly look with your eyes while I hold it firmly in my hand here.
And Fine Thin will accept that. Please, both of you, could you add I'd say you find between all of the corpses, you find about 1 gold piece and 7 silver pieces between you. So share that as you will. Whoever wants the 1 gold piece and whoever wants the 7 silver pieces, I imagine.
We'll take the 7 silver.
Okay.
Silver.
Yeah.
Fine Thin immediately recognises that key. And he sort of, not deer in headlights sort of look, but, you know, head up, goes, that's the key to my tower.
And where is this tower?
My tower's southeast from here. I have not been in my tower for 2 years since my apprentice turned me into this godforsaken bear. And I assumed he was the only one that kept a key, but I must have been wrong.
How far is it from here southeast? I mean, are we talking days walk? Week?
It's a small town. We can make it there in a few hours, but I must warn you. He will not be there alone. I guarantee that his muscle, the orc friend there, who I don't know his name, he will be there, and these animals or men or creatures, whoever they may be, they won't be his only backup.
Okay. Do you have any idea of what other kind of creatures we may be facing here? What we may be talking about?
I mean, he's managed to turn me into a sheep. I can only imagine what he's managed to turn willing participants into. Oh my god, Klaus.
Oh my god.
Why are you such an asshole, Klaus? Stop biting. Stop it. That's my racing wheel. Ree! Literally climbing into the box where my steering wheel is for my F1 career, and he's trying to chew the wire. That is worth £250. Goodness gracious. Sorry. Anyway, yeah, he says that his tower is southeast, and there may be trouble.
Okay.
Well, it sounds like this is a problem that really needs, because it's only going to get worse from here on out. I think this really does need solving. And to be quite frank, I'm not sure you guys in here are the ones to solve it. You said it yourselves. You're not warriors, like you're not experienced in the fracas of melee, like me and Galir here. Is there anyone in this town that really has, wants to stand up to these guys?
Fine Theo says
Anyone who's taken a swing at them
himself.
before?
Fine Theo will say himself, I'm not aware. And he'll turn to Harold, and he'll say to Harold, surely there must be some others who are clearly upset at what is going on. Could one of you roll me a D100?
Yeah.
64, that's not bad. Okay, that will come into effect in a bit, but I won't tell you what happens yet. Harold will say, I mean, I'm sure there are some, yes, but like I've said to you guys before, I mainly keep to myself. I've got my family. I personally am not up for the potential of causing damage to me or my family. But I'm sure you could ask around town for a bit of help. Fine Fear will suggest quite heavily to ask around the market, sort of the town centre, and he'll also sort of jump on the prowess of your fight there, and he'll say, realistically, guys, you are the ones to stop this. You are the ones to restore myself to my natural form, and also potentially drive my apprentice away from here.
Yeah. Well, maybe. But something's just niggling at me. The bear. The bear said not to trust you.
Why would the bear trust me? The bear is working for my
The bear
apprentice.
said you are not who you present yourself to be.
Well, I mean, clearly I'm a sheep when I'm actually not a sheep.
Enough of the semantics.
I mean, I'm sure old Sheepy here, and I'm sure you guys have got beef, so of course you're gonna say that you're not who you mean you are. And to be quite frank, I don't know who you are from Adam, but I feel like maybe you're tired. Yeah, maybe we should, they turned him into a sheep, man. We should, no matter who he really is, probably doesn't deserve to be a sheep. And old Harold said things were better when the old wizard was around, and they weren't getting bullied in their own tavern.
Harold, upon hearing that, will say, "Trust me, that is correct." I don't remember who Fine Theor is. And he will turn to Fine Theor and say, "I do apologise. However, things have been dire ever since the orc
sheepening.
the orc the sheepening, the orc and the animals sort of took over."
Yeah, it's been crazy. If you can't just go and sit down in the tavern after a long, hard day at work, what's the point? I feel like we need to give that right back to you and put this sheep back on its rightful place. Isn't that right, my woolly friend?
Meh!
Oh, Jesus.
Before we turn you back into your true form, may I have enough wool? Perhaps a pair of gloves?
Fine Theo will be like, "If I'm honest, less wool would be more comfortable for me. If you have the utensils to take some without causing me harm, then be my guest."
I'm pretty dab hand with a cutlass. I'll take some later.
Are you doing it now or later?
I wasn't going to go start shearing him right here, right now. I feel like that would be disrespectful. Maybe later in private.
Sure,
you know?
fair. Yeah, so
But he owes me one.
what is your guys' next move? I do feel like this is gonna go on longer than just tonight, so I'll speak to Pete about maybe extending this to next week as well for Simon and Pete as well. But
Hmm.
it's up to you. We can continue for a bit longer, or we can call it here and we can do a bit of table talk. I know it's 9:45.
I do feel like there's a reason you stopped there, and it does feel like quite a natural, like if we were to like go out and start doing something else, we do have a very small amount of time to do it in. Do you know what I mean?
That's my exact point. Like,
Somewhere
you know,
Yeah.
I could sit here for 15 minutes and like, you know, we could role play for a bit, or we could end it and we can pick up next week where I can. To be fair, I can extend this into a 2-session thing, and like the other guys can just jump in and we can jump back into Pete's afterwards. So yeah, it's up to you. If you guys want to continue 15 minutes, then we can.
I think it's.
I think that felt like a
End
pretty
it now.
natural conclusion. Yeah, like rather than do like a tiny little bit of stuff that.
Like walk
You
out
know,
the tavern
we-
and
we-
talk to someone and then end it there. Like,
Yeah, exactly. Feels
Okay, so
pretty good.
if you are walking out the tavern, are you gonna ask Find Fear to come along with you? Are you gonna ask Harold to come along with you? Are you gonna ask Seymour to come along with you?
I feel like I would probably ask Harold and the Sheep Man to come with us.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Could I have a persuasion for each of them? If you both want to try and convince them, then I would like 2 persuasions from both of you.
11 and a 17. The 11 will be for Harold.
Okay, so I'll take first one for Harold, second one for Sheepman. So baddie, you can roll another one. 18. Oh, nice. Okay.
Read the roll.
Okay, the sheepman says, Find Fear says, I'm very worried that in my current state, I will not be any use. In fact, I will be a hindrance to you should you so choose to look after me. However, take this, and he sort of like bites into his wall, and he gives who's standing closest? Teclis. Teclis, he's got to give you a sending stone.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yep.
That sending stone is essentially a pager. So if you need any advice from Findther, or you need to know any directions, any information
Come back in
about who you're up
1 minute.
against, then you can use that sending stone twice to contact him.
Okay. So it's sending stone with 2 charges.
Yeah.
Okay.
12. Okay, Harold has agreed to come with you. Both your 17 and your 18 were both fantastic rolls. And Harold has been G'd up by your bar fight, and he's like, it would be good to rid this town of some evil, of some displeasure. So yes, I will join you on your quest.
Woohoo!
So
Although
you
Galea's not
guys,
going to show that much joy in real life, she'll obviously just nod at him.
yeah. So yeah, you'll have Harold along with you. And yeah, no, like I said, I think let's end it there, because I don't think we'll be able to get into anything before then. That went a lot slower than I thought it would.
Oh, they always do.
Dude, I have prepared a lot more. But to be fair, one shots usually last a lot longer than like 2 or 3 hours anyway, and there was only 2 of you, so if anything, that time has sort of extended more anyway. But no, did you enjoy it?
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
dude,
good,
no,
it's good
I
fun,
think
but yeah. Sorry, go on.
I think we got a fair amount done. Like, I know you probably prepared loads, but you probably played for like just under 2.5 hours there. Between like my sort of like late arrival and fucking around getting it all ready and started and good to go and everything. Um, I think that was really fun. We had like some role playing, some social encounter stuff, a little wagering, and then a fucking good old battle. My belly is full. Definitely. I mean, it was fun.
Nice.
Definitely fun.
I'm glad because honestly, because I'm not gonna lie, I have been stressing about this today because the last thing I wanted was to like give you guys something shit. Um,
Yeah,
so
man,
no,
it's
no,
fun.
I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. In classic Pete fashion, I will take if there is an MVP moment and like a Dick of the Day moment. I know there wasn't really a lot that goes on as an interview, but
I think my MVP would be for Teclis, just like standing there with like 3 wolves and then an orc on him and just taking no damage at the end. I'm just like,
So,
now cast
so
Fear, fam.
can I,
Like, now full HP.
can I flex just a little bit for 1 sec?
yeah,
Give me
go for
just
it, go
1
for
sec.
it.
Like, technically, I killed everything I could and took no damage.
So
It's
you know
basically what
what?
happened.
My
It's
my vote
basically
is
what
also for
happened.
Teclis because not only did
Just
you
put it-
initiate the combat in such like a rad way where you sort of like jumped over tables and shit and then thunder waved, but yeah, like Rob said, you you took everything, didn't really take any damage, killed all the stuff you came up against apart from the guy who ran away from you, and like at the end of it when Rob was like, I'm gonna heal us both, you're like, nah, I don't need it. Um,
Yeah.
Yeah,
so yeah, my vote would have been for Teclis as well.
yeah. It's only fair.
Thanks, guys.
I know we didn't really do a lot, but was there a dick of the day? I can't really think of a dick of the day thing.
Um,
I'm gonna have to throw one at you there, dear Robbie boy. With Dave role playing the last breaths of this bear as it lay dying in front of you, and you could have probably not even swung your axe at it. You probably could have just punched it.
yeah.
And you were just like, Sacred Flame. You passed your check.
Dude,
And then you're like,
I mean, to be
that
fair, he
didn't,
just kept rolling
didn't
14,
work the
like,
first time, but the second time, like,
yeah,
Oh.
but yeah, that's it. He just kept rolling
let's
14.
talk about playing
on
with
the
your
plus
food.
two.
Like,
He
I would
turned
tell,
around and smacked me for 14 damage, and I was like, oh.
dude, I'll tell you now that bear was on like 2 HP for both of those like turns. But like you were
Yeah.
straight up,
I
straight up.
also fucked in the
Paddy's
task
right.
of
You
it.
probably could have just punched it in the face and it would have died. But you're like,
Yeah, literally.
con check. It's a brown bear. Like it's got quite high
Yeah.
con. Like, dude.
No, they
come
were
on.
deck. They were deck saves.
Oh, well, they're deck saves.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. Regardless, it passed. You could have just punched it in the face.
He just kept rolling 14. Yeah, but then how do I know if I'd have rolled an attack, I wouldn't have just rolled an 8?
Well, you've
I
got
had no
Yeah.
advantage or anything.
like you normally your
I
weapon
got
attack.
2 strength.
I've got a much better chance at actually doing something.
You have +5 to your weapon attack, and the bear's AC I think was 11.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Paddy. By the way, those wolves have 11 HP, not 13.
Do they?
Yeah.
Misremembering.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, just expect to see Thunderwave delivery system more in the future.
Dude, that was
It's something
super
that I
good.
never really had like the chance yet with Pete to like to give it a go. Like we thought like kind of more like one like we've had like 2 troll fights, which is just like against like one big thing. So it's not like that. It doesn't do anything there at all, and plus it will definitely pass the con check. But yeah, with like just some billies, and you like got a group that have just walked in together, a gang. I was like, this is chef's kiss. Like this is delicious.
Yeah, I love it.
delicious. And then, thankfully, your rolling was quite poor. I feel like on the con check, so it made it feel really awesome for me.
It
Like,
really was, wasn't it, man? Like, I was so
yeah,
disappointed. I was just like, are these guys just gonna die before I actually do anything?
like when the fact that the orc and the bear got pushed back in the beginning was like, I did not expect that at all.
You
And
know
it was
what?
like, oh, cool.
At me like planning this sesh, I was actually worried about this conflict because I was like, there's quite a lot of guys, and you guys are only, there's only two of you. And that pushback honestly probably saved Rob, and I don't know if it would have saved you, but it saved you a lot of damage.
Oh, definitely, yeah. That's my whole. Just don't get hit,
Yeah,
like
dude, it was
Fuck,
super good.
fuck all HP. Like, so when I do get hit, oh boy,
Hey boy.
oh boy,
Um,
oh boy.
but no, nice. You guys handled that pretty well, and like I said, I hope you enjoyed it. And
No, dude, really enjoyable.
I will
Absolutely.
I'll speak to Pete about continuing this next week. Because if everyone's around, then I'll just like bump it up at like a difficulty level so that